Welcome to my new channel. I've always wanted to have a baseball card channel. I watch so many awesome YouTubers, and I love how they share their collection and they open packs and they take us on a journey where they're searching out cards. So I wanted to create my own channel, and I thought I would kind of take you on my journey a little bit. In this video, you'll see just a quick overview of my room and my card collection that I have. I won't go into any details. I have future videos planned for that. I was born in Bentonville, Arkansas in 1976. I just turned 50 today. In 1987 is when I started collecting baseball cards. I was 10, 11 years old. And I remember opening my first packs of 1987 Topps. I have found some unopened packs at a flea market yesterday of 87 Topps, Fleer, and Donruss packs and rack packs. So I thought I would open those up on my first video. Lots more videos to come where I share my 33 Goudeys and my other cards that I'm collecting. So I hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe. And here is to my card room, followed by me ripping some 1987 Topps. Just a quick peek of my card room. I plan in future videos to break down each section and go into more detail, but this case here is a vintage case, and I keep my 33 Goudeys in it. Those 3 rows are all Hall of Famers. Have a few of their autographs. That's a top loader binder that has commons, and then those are graded commons there. Total, I have about 170 of the 240 card set. Moving over here, have my Hank Aaron's, my Yogi Berras, Mantles, other various cards, and Funko Pops. Got the Sonella Babe Ruth back card. There's Christy Mathewson and Ty Cobb. There's a set I'm putting together. It's a 2012 National Treasures Baseball Greatness subset. There's 40 cards in the set. I have about 24 of them. Lou Gehrig, Ty Cobb, Jackie Robinson, Honus Wagner, Satchel Paige, DiMaggio, and many others. And down here I have vintage rookies. Getting into the more modern stuff, I have the Ichiro and Pujols, some Trout, an Ohtani shelf, Aaron Judge, Acuna Jr., some of the more modern Star Trek cards, some of my favorite Griffies. Then I have some binders, a few more decorations and artwork up here. Love this print of Ruth here. I'll go into more detail later. I'm gonna open up a few packs here and explain why I picked the year. Here's my 1987 Topps, Donruss, and Fleer single packs, and then I found a couple rack packs of 87 Topps. I'm gonna get to those as well. I thought this would be a fun way to celebrate my birthday today. My 50th birthday is to open packs from the year that I started collecting in 1987. So I'm gonna get to ripping these and see if we can find any cool cards here. I'm gonna save the 87 Topps. Start with the Fleer here. I don't really remember opening any Fleer back in 87. I remember opening tons of Topps. I had binders full of those cards. Unfortunately, I don't own any of my original 87 Topps. Got the Dodger sticker. Yeah, I don't think I opened any of these back in 87. Oh, I used to like Bobby Bonilla. We got here Jose Canseco. Always chasing after Jose Canseco cards when I was a kid. Bill Buckner. Let's go into this Donruss. I know I opened up some of these in 87. I used to scrounge around for change and walk down the street to the grocery store so I could pick up a pack of cards. Oh, that was the puzzle piece, Clemente. Let's see what we can find here. Some of these players I don't even remember. Reggie Jackson, that's a nice. Probably the best card in there. Oh, there was one hiding behind Reggie. Keith Hernandez. I'll move on to the 87 tops and this disgusting gum that will be in the top. Hopefully it didn't damage too many of the cards. Some wax stains there on the back. Yeah, it's stuck pretty good to the card. Ugh. I spent so many of my dollars. Oh, that would have been one I would have been chasing after big time. 1987, Mark McGuire. Would have loved that Darryl Strawberry as well. Another great one right there, Roger Clemens. All these steroid players. I still think they should be in the Hall of Fame, but that's just my opinion. A few more here. That gum just fell right off. Wade Boggs, one of my favorite players growing up, such a great hitter. Always hit for average. I remember getting an 84 Donruss of his when I was a kid, and it was my favorite card for a long time. Ozzie Smith, another player that I loved to collect growing up. Chile Davis. Oh, I hated getting checklist cards when I was a kid. I'd love to hear what year you guys started collecting. Put that down in the comments. I might have owned a few cards before 1987, but 87 is when I started actually opening up packs. Pedro Guerrero. George Brett, another one of my favorites. Growing up in Northwest Arkansas, the closest professional team to us is the Royals. Just a little over a 3-hour drive north of here. St. Louis and the Texas Rangers are both 5 to 6 hours away. But I grew up a Braves fan. Many of you might have had the same experience where you get cable television or satellite for the first time and get to watch TBS, and they aired all of the Braves games, and then used to watch, there's Wade Boggs again, used to watch the Cubs a lot because of WGN, listen to Harry Carey. But Del Murphy was my first favorite player that I followed. 1989 rolled around though, a couple years later, after I started collecting, and this phenom in Seattle, Ken Griffey Jr., came along, and he became my favorite player. And I wanted his 89 Upper Deck card so bad as a kid, I just couldn't afford it. Had some friends that had it, and I was pretty jealous. These are sticking together. Paul Molitor, another Hall of Famer right there. I used to love Oral Hershiser as well. Joe Niekro. Last individual pack, and I have 2 rack packs. I might leave one of the rack packs sealed. I don't keep much stuff sealed up, but just for nostalgia purposes, I might do that. One of them has a Cal Ripken Jr. on the top and a Kirby Puckett on the back. I might keep that one sealed. There's Ken Griffey Sr. Dwight Gooden, another great picture right there. Oh. Let's see, here's a rack pack. I'm gonna open this up. I haven't opened one of these up since I was a kid. First stack of cards. That's Parrish, Jim Rice, Oral Hershiser, Joe Niekro, some of the same cards I just got. Jim Leland. Gary Carter, another Hall of Famer. Eddie Murray, one of the best hitters of all time right there. For average and power. Oh, there's a Ripken Jr. All-Star card. Oh, Valenzuela. I used to own tens of thousands of cards like so many of you guys, just so much junk wax era cards. And I used to have football and basketball and a little bit of hockey as well. And during the pandemic, I went through everything and donated huge amounts of cards. So Mike Schmidt, Hall of Famer. Barry Larkin, Hall of Famer. And sold all my football, all my basketball, and put that money into mostly vintage baseball. So way fewer cards. My collection's nicer now. It's Bobby Witt Sr., Tony La Russa, and a Don Mattingly. No Barry Bonds rookie, that's okay. I think I'm gonna leave this one sealed. There's a Cal Ripken right there, right on the back there. Kirby Puckett. So a little nostalgia there. Ripping some 1987 packs. It's been a couple years, so I hope you enjoyed that. I'll do more stuff like that, but really going to focus on my collection I already have. And thanks for watching.